Welcome back, Guardians, to another Destiny 2 video, and in today's video we're going to be doing a tier list of the best Destiny 2 shaders in the game right now. As you all know, what I've said in the past about Destiny, I absolutely love customization and specifically shaders, because some shaders just look absolutely amazing, and today we're going to arrange 20 of them into a tier list. Obviously there's way more shaders, but you can't really get round to all of them because I'd be here all day. So let's get into it now. The first one that I'm going to do is Carminica, which is this red and black shader here. Now this is by far my favorite shader, but I am going to put it in the A tier, because what that means is that it's my favorite shader. I absolutely love it, and if it was solely 100% a me thing, it would definitely go in the S tier. But because everyone's kind of involved in this and not everyone likes red and black, I think it should go in the A tier. Right, so next. Now we're going to move on to Watcher's Shade, which was recently added by Bungie, but you had to gift 2 subscribers to someone on Twitch, and well, to people who are watching them, and you would get this shader plus an emblem. So because the fact that it costs $10 to get this, it's definitely going in the S tier. It does look cool as well, I'm not going to complain about that, it does look cool, but the fact that it's $10 bloody is just ridiculous, so it will be in the S tier. Now we have a few remaining here, and I'm just going to put them all in this D tier right here. I don't even know if they'll all fit, but let's just throw them all in the D tier like this, because what this does is it represents every other shader in the game, because shaders in this game are terrible, absolutely awful. Not all of them, so you know, if you like a specific shader, I'm not going to dog you for that, let's say, I'm not going to put you down for that, but shaders in this game are atrocious in general, especially when you compare it to the original Destiny shaders. So first and foremost, when it comes to shaders, why the hell is there not an apply to all armors option? Because I am sick and tired of the long ass route that you have to take to go into your collections, look through hundreds and hundreds of basic plain looking shaders to find the one that may look okay, and then having to buy 5 of them and then going into each specific armor and pressing it and applying it and pressing it and applying it. It's just way too long for what this should be. Now anyone out there who's applying a different shader to every armor piece, you are an absolute monster. What are you doing? Of course I'm only joking, but I don't believe a lot of people really utilize the fact of having different shaders on different armor pieces, so I don't know why this is a thing. I really don't. Now I suppose what that means is that, you know, you could have 2 sets of armors that are near enough exactly the same but have different shaders on them. But all you have to do is go back to the same system as Destiny 1. When you go onto Destiny 1 and you look at everything the way it's set out, everything just looks cleaner, it looks just nicer, the UI looks better. Obviously it's not as refined in terms of, you know, size and stuff, it looks a bit like big and over the place, but everything is just clean and easy to access. If you go to the kiosk shader down by the woman in Binding New, I don't know, down in the tower, I can't remember her name, Tess was it, maybe, like she has a kiosk by her, and you go into that kiosk and they're literally listed like raid, you know, holiday, special offers, Crucible, you know, like I don't even know if Crucible's a section, but all the shaders are split into very defined sections. And on Destiny 2 it's just 4 different sections with hundreds of shaders in, which it's just diabolical that that's a thing. Like, you have to go searching for like 15 minutes and you have to preview every single one, because the design of the shaders being into the 4 quarters is so confusing, because for the simple fact that most of the time these shaders don't attach very well to the armors, and what looks like the main colors on the shader preview, like on the little square, it just doesn't attach those colors that you think would look good. So you go on and you find a shade, you think that looks pretty cool, you preview it and it looks terrible on the armor that you're using, and then you have to go find another one because you want specific colors or whatever, and it's just so complex for something so simple. If you look at Destiny 1 shaders, everything about them is just better. All you have to do is apply one shader and it puts it on all your armors. On top of that as well, it's very clear what the colors are going to be, because it's basically like 3 palette color things. So you know, you have the main color, then you have like accent color, and I think like an overall general color. But regardless of that, it just applies perfectly to all shaders. It just changes the color. And on top of that as well, all the shaders in Destiny 2 are just very bland, very drab, very dark, and they don't pop, they don't add no excitement to any kind of armors. Now I know there's probably a few shaders out there that works with a few armors, but that's not what this game should be. It should be accessible, quick, easy, colorful, and I just, oh man, I've wanted to make this video since Destiny 2 came out, and obviously I wasn't on YouTube, and I'm not trying to just moan or bitch or anything like that, but it's just such a shame that such an easy aspect to add to a game that already exists in its previous game, the shader system, why they ever went a different way with it, I just can't get my head around it. It boggles my mind. You just have these bland, drab shaders that you have to, it's like a slog. You have to go in, you have to find them, you have to buy 5 of them, you have to attach it to each armor, and then like 5 minutes later you're bored of it because it's not what you want it to look like. When back in the day you just used to bang on one shader, it would apply to everything, and it would just look colorful and cool, and it would work with every single armor piece. The colors that you expect would be on the armors in the way you would want them to be. Ooh, so obviously the tier maker at the start was a little bit of a joke, and then I had a little bit of a rant. Now I think the customization in Destiny 2 is all round an okay system. You know, I'm not going to complain too much, especially with the transmogrification and the further implications of that when they bring in new armors to transmogrify. And you know, the shaders are, if you want the system where you apply it to each shader, then each armor piece, then you know, fine, I can't really say much about that. But also, why don't you just add an option to apply all shaders to all armors? Then you can keep the shaders that you want. You know, you don't have to worry about Destiny 1, but it just gives people a quicker route to get their shader that they want onto their armors. And yeah, so let me know what you think about shaders in Destiny 2. Let me know if you feel that I'm right or wrong and why. Hit the comment section, like button, subscribe, all that good stuff. Follow me on Twitter. Thank you for watching. I've been easynow, and you guys have been awesome.